Hi, Caesar. Hola a todos.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I just wanted to ask if you know why I never have like the quiet mind or even like a little bit of a quiet mind when I ask questions or when I listen or even when I talk to you.
You must have habit. There is no way that there is a person that have a non-stop mental activity during the day. There must be a break, at least a small interval between two thoughts, like a little gap. It's just that this gap, this interval, this background hasn't been paying attention to. That's all. This gap, this space, this background has been overlooked. There must be a moment, at least for a split second, when you are not thinking.
Okay, but I guess when that moment comes, I guess I'm not thinking about it, so I don't notice it. I mean, I don't understand how that.
Yeah, one can consciously become aware of the fact that I am not thinking. Of course, you will start thinking that you are not thinking, but you may notice that there are no thoughts. The thinker is there, which is also a thought, but the thinker is for a moment, free from thoughts. It is thoughtless. It is a thoughtless thought, so to speak. And if
But why
you
is
and if you deliberately bring the attention back to what appears to be you, the thinker, or the seer of the thoughts is the same, even if the thoughts does not stop, you may disassociate and disidentify yourself from them, and it become evident, maybe not 100% clear, the presence of this conscious silence, right? Which is no other than your own self, the self or consciousness. Even if the mind doesn't stop, it doesn't matter. What we are told is to bring the attention to the seer of the thoughts. Whether the mind is active or not, whether I am feeling, thinking, sensing, perceiving, it doesn't matter. I'm not told even to destroy thoughts or anything. I'm told to just pay attention to the one that pays attention. See the seer, whether the scene is a thought, a feeling, an emotion, a sensory perception, uh, physical sensation, it doesn't matter. Who is conscious of this, that, or the other? It is I, it is me. So the idea is to be conscious of being conscious. That appears to be oneself, and that oneself is the body. That idea will go if we do so.
But I don't know. So I'm thinking that maybe I'm doing it wrong, or it's just impossible for me to do because even when I do it, I mean, it doesn't change really anything except I'm doing it.
It must be done wrong because it works. It's a formula that it works. If it is done properly, if it is understood properly and done properly, it works because it is my experience. It works, right?
So I have like this feeling that I kind of should be able to do it or should know how to do it or something like that. But even when I do it, I kind of feel like there's no, like, I am doing it and absolutely nothing changes.
Okay. When you're expecting something to change, you're expecting something to happen, then you are not really mentally still because the expectation is there. So you're paying attention to the expectation, right? And not to yourself, the one that is expecting something to happen. Nothing is going to happen. The one that is waiting for something to happen, or the idea of being the one that is waiting to happen, something to happen, will disappear. Because this I, until then, means Anna. I am Anna, I am doing the inquiry, but nothing is happening, meaning you're expecting something to happen, right? So I am Anna is a thought. This I is a thought. It's called the I thought. And the attention just falls on the thought I. And you are paying attention to nothing else but to the thought I. Even if there are other thoughts, feelings, emotions, bodily sensations, sensory perception, it doesn't matter. The idea is to fix attention on the thought I, what appears to be oneself. See, what I believe myself to be in that moment, okay, when I'm doing the inquiry.
Okay, but I guess, okay, I must be doing it wrong, but I guess you are there to like help facilitate this, make it easier somehow.
It has to become easier. If it is done properly, it works. If you cannot, the
So
mind,
is
the mind will begin to disassociate, disidentify itself with its own thought process. The mind as the seer, as the thinker, is fairly quiet. It is a quiet thought, right?
but is there a point, if I'm doing it wrong, then is there a point to still attempt to do it and still attempt to look at this eye? Like it's very frustrating to
I agree.
try to do it, and then there's this feeling that I'm incapable of doing it and I'm doing it wrong and nothing happens and my mind is never quiet.
Yeah, but because you're not doing it with a pure mind. Pure mind means to do it expecting nothing to come out of it, because nothing is going to happen out of it. The mind will not experience anything because the mind will disappear. The thought, I am the body, will disappear. That is the person. So the person will disappear, and who will be there even to know that the person disappeared? So how can what disappear experience anything, including its own absence? Now, if you are doing it and expecting something to happen, it doesn't work, because the attention is on the expectation, right?
Okay, but when you think about doing it, you're thinking about doing it for a reason.
But that's the whole
So
point. That's what has to be avoided.
so you cannot avoid that because the minute you start thinking about it, you're doing it for that reason. So it's either you just like don't try to think about it and it
Oh,
happens
okay.
on its own.
Okay. You will do it so the ego will disappear. But the ego is expecting to disappear. So if it is expecting to disappear, it's not still. It is
I
holding on,
I understand that, yes.
it is holding on to the expectation. So it has to look at itself and expect nothing out of it. Then it will disappear. What does it mean it will disappear? That consciousness or the presence of consciousness becomes obvious. When the mind is totally quiet, it becomes obvious the presence of consciousness. And then it becomes obvious that we are that consciousness. Therefore, the thought, I am this body, should have gone by now, by then. Get it?
I get it, but I don't get it how I can attempt to do it without thinking that I'm doing it for a reason, that I'm
Then
doing for a reason.
the practice also will take you there. to do it without just to pay attention to yourself. That's all. Just pay attention to yourself and don't expect nothing out of it. Just if you're focusing really only on yourself, the expectation will not be there because all the interest will be in yourself, not in some expectation about something happening out of it.
Okay, but again, you said that it takes like the pure mind. So if my mind is not pure, then
No.
it's not gonna happen.
The practice will do. Don't if you stop thinking that it's not going to happen. That's another thought. Something is going to happen. It's not going to happen. All these are thoughts. Ignore them. Ignore them. All what you think, ignore it. Be the one that ignores these thoughts. Remain as that. The rest will follow.
It seems like I'm only capable of being me as that stream of thoughts.
But you are not. Because your thoughts changes. But the theory is the same, does not change.
Yes, and I understand that I don't know where they're coming from, and I don't know why they come to my mind. Like they just appear in my mind.
They come to me. And they come from me. See, they arises from me. There is no doubt. They arises from you. And
Well,
they are,
I'm not sure it doesn't even feel like they arise from me because it's not me who can like take
okay,
them from somewhere.
okay. They arise from somewhere. If it is not from you, so you got nothing to do with it.
Yes, that I would believe that, yes.
That means that you are just the witness. So what I'm saying is witness the witness. Like the witness is paying attention to itself. It's not expecting, it is basically being the witness, and you will realize that the witness is no other but consciousness. That you are consciousness, the witness in consciousness.
See, so I think I understand what you mean, and I think I understand what I'm supposed to do, and then I attempt to do it, and then I think, okay, this must be kind of like what I'm supposed to be doing, but
What
it
is
doesn't
important? What is
me.
important is not that the mind stops or not. What is important is you know yourself as you are, as the witness in consciousness that you are. This thought appear, and then another thought appear. The quality of this one is different than the quality of this one. The feeling of this one is different than this one. This is about this. This is about that. So there is an I that sees all that witnesses all that. You are told to know yourself as this witness. Because I is the witness, not the body, mind, world that are witnessed, right?
Yes, so again, I understand it, and I feel like I know what I'm supposed to do, and I feel like I'm kind of doing it, but it's just never takes me anywhere. Like,
If you are that witness, where will you go? To take you where? If you are that, this will take you to the knowledge of being the witness. It will not take you anywhere or to experience something, the presence of something, the absence of something. This will lead to the knowledge of yourself as you actually are, as the witness in consciousness that you really are. That is not the body, that is not the mind.
I think I just like lost all hope because I've been doing this for so many years, and it's never felt any different. And
Even if you want to give up, you won't.
Oh, I feel like I did. Like for a while, I felt like I couldn't, but now I kind of feel like I did.
Yes,
But
yes.
not fully, obviously, because then that would mean surrender, and I didn't do that.
But you keep on coming back.
Yes, but
And you said many times, this is the last time I will be here. And you keep on coming back because this fire is already on. And this fire will not stop until it consumes everything in you, including you as the ego. You are
but
that
I
fire. You are that fire.
I just feel like I'm the victim of the not victim like in oh I'm sorry for myself, but like the machine or whatever that something else is operating. That's how I feel. So I'm and I don't really say I'm not coming back because I don't make those. I
This
don't
book.
think it's up to me the choices.
Yes, because the body has no choice. The body is just an instrument of the self.
So
And you are
I
this,
believe
and you are the self, but you believe to be the instrument.
yes.
Yes, that's all. This perception will change. You will find that you are really what the witness, and what is witnessing is also within you. It's not separate from you. So somehow it's also you, but your reality, what you really are, is the witness.
Okay, so sometimes you tell people like you're in a forest or you're lost or something and you can show the way, but I'm just wondering, even if let's say I hear that you're gonna or whatever that witness is gonna realize it's the witness or something, but it's just not happening, and then I'm wondering like you have to wait till you're like 90 or something. I don't even want to live that long, so
You have been doing this for, for innumerable lifetimes. That's why you are here. So
okay.
you haven't done you've done this for a long time. You may not be aware of it. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here talking about this. You wouldn't be interested in the subject. So you have been interested in the subject for long enough.
So what does that mean? It's long enough. So why is it not happening? Why is it not?
It's not it's not happening because you think it's not going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. I do this and then I don't think because I don't think, I don't think because I never stop thinking. And see, that is the problem that you believe all what you say. You believe that your thoughts are true and that you are these thoughts. When it is intellectually obvious to you already because of this conversation that you are the witness, the seer, the knower. Because this changes, this thought changes, this feeling changes, this physical sensation, but the I that knows the changes does not change. And it feels like I. It is known as I, but it is not known 100% clearly how it how it actually is.
And am I, because I feel like through the years, like instead of getting closer to it, I just got like further and further away from.
How can you be? How far can you be from yourself? You tell me. If you are that already, how far can you be from yourself? Just see the logic of this. If you are that, how far can you be from your own self?
Okay, so I'll put it in a different way. My mind, instead of becoming pure, it's just becoming more impure.
What do you mean by impure?
I don't know. It just feels like it
Impure
puts
means
it,
impure means to be interested in something other than oneself.
and also selfish.
Correct. Because what it does is for itself. I will not do anything unless I get something out of it. Otherwise, why should I do it? If I don't get any benefit, why should I even move from here? Right? And then it's the same attitude is placed during the inquiry. If I do the inquiry with the same attitude, it's not going to work. That is
Okay.
why it's not working. Is I will look at myself and that's it. I was told that, yes, I'm going to get enlightenment and all that stuff. Yes, then forget that too. I just going to look at myself. I just going to fix the attention on myself and try as much as I can not to be distracted from myself. If I get distracted because I pay attention to something else, a thought, a feeling, an object, that's fine, no problem. Okay, I'm distracted, then I will pay attention to myself again. I got distracted. It doesn't matter. I will pay attention to myself again. In fact, the moment that you notice that you are distracted, you are no longer distracted. That's all what is required.
For how long?
For as long as the ego stands. I will not encourage you. I will never tell you to give up. Don't expect this from me. I can't. It's not in my nature to, okay, give up, forget about it, do something else, live your life. See, I don't know, whatever. Go to Bali or something. I will never do that. I can't.
Okay, but in many ways, like I really went away from it because let's say if I used to do japa, like I don't do japa anymore. If I used to meditate, I don't meditate anymore. And then I really like just wanted like a normal life and not to think about this like so much anymore. And it happened kind of like I'm not.
Yes. This I is there. You are there. I is there. We just don't, we don't fix attention on it to see what I actually is or what I actually means. Then you say, no, I'll do something else. I'll go elsewhere. But something is there that doesn't leave you alone. See, this curiosity doesn't leave you alone because it already started. That's what I mean. When this fire lights up, I'm telling you, it will not stop until it reduces to ashes everything.
But it doesn't feel like a fire anymore.
It doesn't matter.
It
Wait and
just feels like it feels like it's like there's something like just from time to time it kind of like says,
it doesn't matter. You may see that the fire is gone, and then you blow the ashes, and you realize no, it's not gone. It is there. Right? The fire still is there. The wood still is lighting up. You may not notice it, but it is there.
okay. I'm kind of happy I don't notice it because it was too much. So,
In fact, I can say that there is a change even in the physically you change and mentally also you change. See the way you
of
approach to
course,
the,
'cause I'm getting older.
no, no,
So
no, no, you're getting lighter. That's different.
it's just the hair
No,
color.
no, 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 it's not all
Gray.
the, no, you lighter. I can notice that. You may not notice that, but I do. So it's something, purification is happening. You may not be aware of it. I do.
Hmm.
I do notice it.
But so that means it's happening when I stopped, when all that burning and that whatever stopped, and now the purification is happening.
But that is purification. Stop. See, stop. Impurity means activity. See, so much interest in thoughts, feelings, emotions, words, objects, this, knowledge, and that. See, this is the mind paying attention to something else. It's interested in something else.
No,
And
but
then,
before it was like interest only in this before. Like it was very like heavy and I couldn't think about anything else, and it was just like very draining. And then even I had like a period where I physically felt like I was filled with anger and hate, even though I wasn't towards like nobody angry or hateful, but I felt like it was burning inside of me for a long time.
no,
But
no,
now,
this is no, that intensity is some sort of desperation, fanatism, or something. And then we mature. See, and then we take this in a different context. We are more peaceful about it, right? More conscious about it. It's not this, this is mental agitation also. What you call intensity is intensity of thoughts. The real intensity is the intensity of self-awareness. But the intensity that you speak about is you were intense about the expectation again, see, about the result, because enlightenment or self-realization was objectified, something to be attained, acquired, achieved, something to happen, right? Something that
but
was going to happen.
it didn't feel like it was coming from me. It felt like I was like being dragged and I couldn't move away from it. That's why I wanted to move away from it, but I couldn't. So
That,
it wasn't like my intensity that I was putting into it. It wasn't me who was like, oh my goodness, I have to get this or something at
that's
all.
okay. That's okay. This changes. That's what I'm saying. That's okay.
Okay. So now I guess I'm just feeling happy that I'm not intense anymore about it and that, but nothing still feels different in me or
We start waiting for something to happen, that something will feel different in me, something, forget about the something.
but I cannot forget about it because that's
The,
why.
nothing is going to change, nothing is going to happen. The body, mind, world will go on functioning as it used to be. Is your identity with it will disappear. That's all. It will
So
become,
that's be the
it will,
something.
it will be, it will become evident that you are the witness. The rest will go on as it used to be. The rest, the world hasn't changed since I realized that the ego doesn't exist. It became worse even. This body still is active, doing this and that as it used to be. Maybe it's not doing this and that particularly anymore, but like here it is, right? It is functioning as a couple, child, life circumstances, sometimes nice, sometimes pleasant, sometimes easy, sometimes difficult. All that goes on. But the identity with it disappears. Life goes on as it used to be. We just
And
be, it becomes obvious that we are just a witness, that we have nothing to do with this actually. That we are totally independent from this, completely unaffected by this. And yet, none of it exists independently from ourselves. We cannot get rid of it, right? Like the ocean cannot get rid of the waves, right? Like the gold cannot get rid of the ring. What ring anyway, and what wave anyway? There is only the water, there is only the gold, there is only consciousness.
Okay, and my initial question, like, so is there actually a reason why it's not working faster on me?
Huh?
Because people who usually talk to you, like they it
Not
works
every,
on them.
not,
Sometimes the first time they talk to you and it works.
don't compare yourself. Leave everybody else alone. You just focus on yourself. This is not a competition. Like, who's gonna get first and faster? Why I'm not faster, I'm slower.
I am the slowest one.
No, no, no. There are people
I
slow.
will beat the
There,
record.
no, there are people that are not even interested in this. So
Oh, well.
you are doing well. So don't worry.
It seems that sometimes they talk to you even like the first time they seem to be interested and right away they get something.
See, remember, this, you will not get this, acquire this, achieve this. You are this. You will just become aware of being what you want. Now, if after knowing what you want, after knowing what you want, Jesus Christ, my tongue today is heavy. After knowing yourself to be the self, then some changes may happen, mental, physical, in the environment. So that's fine, but it will be irrelevant, right? Because I got nothing to do with it. It's not me who is changing. See, the mind is changing, the body is changing, the world is changing, but not me. I am changeless. Right? I am as I am always. So the knowledge of being that changeless existence is what happens, right? That we know ourselves as we actually are. The rest, whatever, right? It doesn't really matter anymore.
Okay, Caesar, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I hope all is well. I don't know if it's your dog or something, but I hope all is well.
You what?
I don't know. I think you were on some other talk. You were a little bit worried about a pet, maybe that you have a
I was.
pet dog or the cat.
Ah, yeah. Well, yes. My little dog is sick because
Mm.
she hasn't have any babies. It's a she dog, and apparently, when these she dogs do not reproduce themselves, they will begin to have any hormonal things, and then she has an inflammation in the uterus.
Oh,
And it's not feeling well, so the uterus has to be removed as soon as possible. I guess by this week it's gonna be over, and she's gonna be fine. So.
did they start her on antibiotics?
Yeah, they put some antibiotics, they put a treatment, but she's not improving. So the
Mm.
doctor called me today and say, we have to think quickly about doing something as soon as possible. I say, okay. So they made the blood test, they made the heart test. Tomorrow they will make an echogram. And
Same
then,
thing happened to my dog, and they had to remove everything
yeah.
also. And there was so much infection that everything burst. So,
Yeah, she was bleeding, right?
mm,
So I didn't notice it. Somebody noticed it. And I thought it's very strange because the period is every 6 months, and the period just went away so recently, 2, 3 weeks ago. And then she started feeling like looking like, like, oh, and she started losing appetite. And when she was walking, she was like slow, and it's strange because everything changes as soon as Nastia came because she was perfectly all right. She was running and playing and all that. And as soon as Nastia came, from she
mm.
already, yeah. I'm not saying that Nasia has anything to do with it, but
I hope she's okay. My dog was
I think she
okay.
will be fine. Yeah.
They operated and they sent her back home, but then half an hour after I brought her back to the vet, so they gave her the IV because the IV was like what kept her alive. So then with the IV and the antibiotics, she made it okay, and she lived for another like 7 years.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, she's like 4 years old, so
Yeah. Very young.
she will be fine.
Okay. Well, thank you, Caesar.
You're welcome. Okay. Distraemos mucho con la explicación. Ok, lo dejamos por hoy, nos vemos mañana. Muy bien. Abraham está preguntando por ti. Le dije que ya estaba bajando.